Hello and welcome to the EastPoint video newsletter. This is February the 24th. It's still in the middle of lockdown, pandemic, all that kind of stuff, but there's announcements that schools are coming back. This is episode 13 of the video newsletter, and believe it or not, I've made 3 or 4 attempts to record this. Hello and welcome to the EastPoint video newsletter, episode 13, and it's a miserable, dark... Okay, I didn't time this very well. It's lashing rain. Hello and welcome to the EastPoint video newsletter, and we're up to episode 13. Hello and welcome to the EastPoint video newsletter. It is December 2020, and every time something has come up. So today I am determined to upload this video and get it out to you guys. I hope you're all doing well. It's been so long since I've seen a lot of people around the place, and the place does feel a little bit strange. So I thought I would give you a little update as to what is going on in the park and show you around a few of the things that have changed when you come back. Alright, so on today's video I'm going to be covering the following items. I'm going to be covering the roads project that's been digging up the roads and things like that. I'm going to be covering a landscaping update. I'm going to be going into the bus service and just a bit of an update on that, and then some final any other business A.O.B. Hopefully I cover everything that you have, but if you have any questions, please shoot us an email at info@eastpoint.ie. Before I get into all of those items, I thought I would just let you know we currently have 282 subscribers for the channel. And as always, I would love if you guys would just click the old button down there that says subscribe and add us to your list of channels that you like to watch. And also, if you don't mind, hit the like button, and that just helps us get out there in front of more people. Alright, getting into the roads project. I'm delighted to report that phase 1 of the roads project is practically complete. It's we have a little bit of work going on the side of the road at the entrance, and that remains to be done, but most of the other work is now complete, including the road markings. And so I'm going to take you now for a couple of for a bit of a walkabout, and you'll get to see exactly what has been done in the last number of weeks. Phase 1 included a number of underground electrical ducts, and the reason we had to do that was because there was some congestion in some of the original ducts that were put in when the park was first built. Now, they are so congested that you can't fit another wire into it, so it was important that we put some new ducts into the park. And the new ducts that have gone in will allow us to spend the next 15 years or so bringing more cable and fibre optic connections into the park. So that was an important thing that had to be done. And what we wanted to do was make sure that the minimum amount of disruption was caused to you guys. And so the roads, crossings, all the digging up of the roads, everything, that has all been done during this pandemic, the lockdown and stuff. So the idea being that you guys don't have to drive in and go on long detours. The few people that have been coming into the park, sorry for the inconvenience that you suffered, but for the vast majority of you, you will not have noticed any disruption at all. And if you consider we normally have about 2,500 people a day parking in the car parks here in EastPoint, it's actually a pretty good achievement to have done it with the minimum of disruption. We also have phase 1 included a new bike lane from Alfieburn Road. So I'm going to show it to you now. When you cycle in now from the existing bike lane out on Alfieburn Road, you can actually sweep straight into EastPoint without much interruption or hassle, and straight down a nice wide traffic lane. Exclusively for bicycles. Now it does merge with the pedestrian area at the end, so be careful, but it's all been designed properly, so it should work quite well. And we've also put a speed ramp in at the crossing point. They were just painting the line markings today, so that work is now pretty much done, and we've installed a number of bus stops and bus laybys in the park now, and so the system is now more or less ready for the roads to be reversed. And when the roads are ready to be reversed, that is when the bike lanes will actually be in operation in the park. They haven't been painted yet because we didn't want to confuse anyone. It's not ready to happen until the roads are turned and we start with a one-way system. By the way, some of the bus stops that we've created, the intention is to put bus shelters in there, so that is something that is going to be done in the subsequent phase. We've also installed a number of road crossings that act as traffic calming measures. They're like speed ramps, but they also include an area for sort of anybody who would be trying to cross the road in a wheelchair can now cross without any dropping down onto the road surface, so it's all now at the same level as the footpath. So the landscaping, we have taken the opportunity of, with so many cars out of the park and not parking at the moment, we took the opportunity of trimming all of the trees. Pretty much every single tree in EastPoint now has been pruned right back, and it's been possible to do this because usually when we tried to do this there would be cars in the in parking spaces, making it impossible for us to get in. So this now has been done, and today we started a pretty aggressive hedge cutting regime. The idea is that the hedge cutting is being cut right back down to a very low level, and we're doing that now because spring is about to take place, and all of the new growth, all the buds and stuff, you'll start to see them springing to life. But if you go out there today, it looks pretty bleak because we've cut them so low. But if you just wait a couple of weeks, you'll actually see those will become very green, and it should be lovely new growth there. So get ready for that. Onto the EastPoint bus service. So that has been operational during the entire lockdown period. For the last 12 months, more or less, we've had the bus running. Except that it's on a much curtailed service. So instead of having the bus, the multiple buses that served the Lewis and the buses that served the Dart, what we now have is our own EastPoint bus serving both the Dart and the Lewis. And it is on a continuous service all day long, and there are a few people using it. There are support staff and critical infrastructure staff that come into the buildings, and those are continuing to use it, but it is very low traffic, very low volumes of passengers, and so it doesn't actually warrant us having the additional buses on service. So for the foreseeable future, we are going to have just the one bus servicing both routes, and this is going to result in a bit of a increase in the wait times. And just please bear with us whilst we wait for the volumes of passengers to increase to the point where we can actually put a second bus back on service and start to improve those wait times. Lastly, under A.O.B or any other business, I thought I would mention that anybody who's working in EastPoint who would be interested in improving their communication and presentation skills, who would be interested in career advancement, public speaking and general confidence boosting, we have got a couple of Toastmasters clubs operational in the park, and one in particular is open to anybody and everybody, and so I'm actually involved in that club. It's called EI Toastmasters. I am the current president of EI Toastmasters, and I'd like to extend a warm welcome to everybody who works in EastPoint. If they are interested in joining EI Toastmasters, this would be a good time to join, because we are operational now through Zoom, so you don't need to travel into the park to actually participate in the meetings. The meetings take place every 2 weeks on a Thursday at lunchtime, and it's 1 hour long, and I'm enjoying it myself very much, so you might want to just check it out, and I'll put a link up above to a video that just shows some of my fellow members, and we made a little video just to promote the club itself. Anybody who is interested in joining EI Toastmasters, please send me an email. That's gavin@eastpoint.ie. So that's it, folks. That's pretty much all I have for you today. If you liked this video, if you found it useful, please give us a like. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget, we have some other social media channels. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter, and we have Instagram. So follow us there if you would like. And again, any questions or topics you'd like me to cover in future videos, send us a suggestion to info@eastpoint.ie. And until next time, I shall see you again soon.